Hello, today we're learning how to make injera. Injera is Ethiopian bread, and a lot of people used to ask me how to make injera. Today I'll show you how to make one way of making injera, and next time I'll show you another way how to make injera. So because we all do it differently, and we like everyone makes beautiful injera, but we do it differently. So I'll show you different way of preparing your dough. Then you'll learn all of them, and then you will choose one of them, whichever is easier for you. So first I will show you the consistency of my dough. So consistency of my dough. And we rotate our pan. It's a big pan. This is how we bake it. And you saw the consistency. And then I will show you how I get there. See, it's beautiful. We call it's beautiful injera when we have so many dots, like opening up. We call them eyes. It's beautiful eyes. And then we need good lid that fits, and we cover it. It takes only 1 to 3 minutes. Depends the temperature of your pan. So now I have 350 degree, and 2 minutes it will be ready. But it depends. Like it's not gonna take more than 3 minutes though. Yeah. So and then in 2 minutes we're gonna have this kind of beautiful injera. And when you bake your injera, you can pile them on top of each other, or you can put them separate until they cool off and then put them later. It doesn't matter. For me, I just put them on top of each other. So now my injera is ready. Can show you this beautiful injera, and then I put it on top of the previous one. That's it. And then that's good for now. So how I get here, how I prepare my dough is the main important part. So before I could not explain them like with the recipe. We did not have recipe before, because the way we learn it, it's just according the family side. We put everything that we have, and it's differently anyway. How we learn it back home is differently, and then how people learn here is also differently. So our children. Like a lot of people used to ask me to teach them how to make injera. Even though I wanted to teach them, it was hard for me to describe it, because it's not like cake or bread, like you have recipes, like you put this and this is this much measurement. It was not like that. So I was telling them, like, injera is really, really hard. So if you learn how to make Ethiopian sauce, you can buy injera. So that was my answer before. But now I found very easy recipe. I tried it, and then it worked for me, and everyone will like it. That's what the hope is. Everyone who tries it will like it. It's very, very simple. So now I came up with measurement. Like so for some of you who don't know, injera does not we don't put yeast or baking powder or baking soda. It's just 100% flour and water. For the flour, you choose your own grain. You use your own choice of grain. And the water and the flour, we only need with it is a starter. So starter, like if you have it at home, if you make your own starter, it's good. If not, you can ask Ethiopian and Eritreans. If you have neighbors or co-workers, they will be happy to give it to you, because even for us, when we move from place to place, we ask each other for the starter. So if you have anybody around you, Ethiopian or Eritrean, we're happy to give it. So if you just ask, just ask. So you need the starter, and then if you have a cup of starter and 2 cup of teff and 2 cup of millet, you can make exact the same injera that I made today. That's what I made today. 2 cup of teff, 2 cup of millet, and 1 cup of starter, and 4 cup of water. 4 cups of water. And then I mixed it, like I gave it 10 hours. But you can give it more hours, you can give it less hours. If you give it more hours, it will be a little bit sourish. It's like sourdough, it's not like bittery sour. So for most people, they will like it. We like it sourish, especially with the Ethiopian spices. Even if it's not hot sauce, hot dishes, our sauces, our dishes are rich in flavor. So for the rich flavor, we like it when injera is a little bit sour, so it blends beautifully together. So that's why we like to ferment our dough for the injera. Just we'll give it longer hours, and then the texture of the injera too, it becomes soft, fluffy. So the more hours you give it, it's the more delicate that we say. But you can give it less hours. If you give it less hours, you will get the ice that we call those opening ups. We call them ice. So those ones might be, the opening might be bigger. That's all. And also might not be soury. So if you don't want it soury, you give it 5 hours, 6 hours. You can make injera, beautiful injera, with maybe a little bit bigger openings, but beautiful. Some people, they like that. Some of us, we like it a little bit sourish, so it can blend beautifully with the spices. So it's just a matter of choice. Nothing wrong with that. So if you don't want it soury, you give it 6 hours, 5 hours. It's good. If you like it a little bit soury, give it 10 hours or more than that. And also it depends on what kind of grain you use too. If you use whole grain flours, it needs more hours to ferment. But if you use self-rising, for example, you don't need a lot of hours to give it, because it's like it will rise up quick. So the more when you try it, and you will get your taste, like how you will know how you like it. So it's just every one of us do it differently. We do it our way. We do it the way we like it. It's not wrong or right. And also, it's we do it differently too. Like this time, I'm showing you guys one way. It's just you mix the flour and the water and the sourdough, give it enough hours, and then when you are ready to bake it, whisk it really good, or mix it with a food processor, because it has a tendency that to separates the water and the dough. So you want to mix it really good before you start baking. And then just pour it on your pan, round, just I think I showed you how I went around. It's the same thing with with the non-stick pan. You just put it in one side and just rotate it, and then put the lid. 2 minutes. It depends on the temperature you have. 2 to 3 minutes, injera is ready. So I hope I explained it. Maybe if you have questions, please write a question and a comment for me. Next time I will show you different way of preparing your dough to make your injera. So this is one way. So I hope you will like it. It's a very simple way. The next show is going to be another very simple way, so anyone can make injera. It's not like only people who grow up in Ethiopia or in Eritrea. No, all of us can do it. It's very simple, and I hope to hear from you. Please share, like, and subscribe for me. And